Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and today we are on episode 3, I believe, of the series, on show 3. We're going to go over the booking here real quick, go real fast on this show. Nothing too crazy. It's just kind of our standard show. We still haven't got the point that we needed, the popularity point, but we're in November, so I'm really hoping that we score it right here. Let's go with a finish. I mean, we don't need angles because we don't really have any TV. The gimmicks in general are pretty good. Storyline's pretty good. Maybe we'll grab one character idea. You're certain that could really be useful. We'll go one more safe bet, which we got Jack Cartwheel winning, which is not too bad. Um, no training issues. I like that. We also got Cody Chung, as you see, he is now in the roster. I was looking at a few different people, so there might be a few different people we see in this episode. Kind of just temporary people. I want to see, like, can they work it? Because Megan Bain's out, and it's not like it's a long term injury, but I feel like I don't really want to like overbook anything else. So, like I said, everybody's been here so far except for Cody Chung. He's 27. He's a face, so he's gonna try to help some of these heels get over. I might give him some wins too, just depending on how he goes. Because that's the problem. We got a pretty decent heel to face ratio, but we got a lot of people cooled and chillied, and we need to get them kind of booked up. So let's start that. So right off the bat, we'll obviously have Kevin Knight in our main event. Face going against somebody that is a heel. Maybe we'll go Cartwheel again. They seem to put on a decent show. Maybe if we put it high, high spots, it will work out. Luckily, with like the 2 hours in between each, or not 2 hours, 2 weeks between every fade, we get a little bit of time to regain our fade. And I think for this show, because we're like a little what's the best way of saying it, a little sparing on our roster, I think what we'll do is like have some people doing double duty. I'll do Kevin Knight as double duty. How about we do a team face, like, heel thing, like each one on each side? Does that work? I don't know if that would put us in the negatives, but we'll try it. Cody Chung, regular, we'll put him in there. Obviously have Jack Cartwheel being the winner because we can use the card. And then our last one's on Ice Williams, which I don't know if we'll use in this thing. Put that there. Probably have one women's match on here. Probably the. Let's see. I don't know what we want to do here. Because we need to be building up a face, but it doesn't seem. What is our storyline again? I forget. It's Hollow Dead and Brooke Havoc. That's the two. Maybe we'll do a tag match with those two and then have a actual regular match. So Hollow Dead on this side, Brooke Havoc on the other side, and then we want to use a face with her, and oops, no, well, I guess that works. And then Viva Van being the heel over here. Our momentum is not going to be the greatest. I really still need to like worry about how to manage that between the two, but at the moment, it's not going to be the worst thing we do. So we're probably at 750. So I'd like to use two people. So we also had Cody Chung and we had Ice Williams. Why don't we put them two in a match and see what they do? Well, no, they're both heels. No, they're not. The heels and face. So let's do that. I'm gonna just go with Ice Williams winning this because we got the card and should help his momentum. Put that as the second one. Not the greatest card, but we're still at that 750. We kind of got some people, working on the background. I don't want to put too many people in here, but let's just jump into it. So 40 overall, not the worst. The Chaos helped Viva Van and Brooke Havoc. It did make the storyline advance, so I'm cool with that. That's kind of what we're gonna do is maybe like a match here and there, a tag match here and there. I want to have that storyline going into the next year if possible. We had a not a heel turn, a face turn, not a gimmick turn. What the hell? It was a success. It's now adequate. It was better than poor, so that was the first one, first and only one we had to do. Cody Chung got a classic gimmick of great. He had a 38, so I think he's gonna be somebody actually I want to use. I think he's from the region too, so I think I'm not paying for travel, but I gotta double check. Did not work good as a tag team. That's okay. I don't think there was any. Is there anything about like having a bad? Okay, yeah, they didn't like face heel combination. It's good to know in the future. I never know. I never know if that works or not. So we'll make sure we don't do that. Kevin Knight defense, Jack Cartwheel with a 48. Show should be around a 45. Yeah, it was good. Looks like our region may have moved, but I doubt it. Give it to Kevin Knight, and how about Cody on his first night? Happy, pleased. Financial point, grand loss makes sense. We're not making any money, but we did get the popularity point. That's what I was mostly wanting to get. I really wanted to get it in October. I really did, but yeah, no, like it doesn't always happen. I'm also gonna. I feel like Hoodfoot doesn't fit quite our thing so far. We brought in Promise Braxton. She was also down here in the Southwest, and she currently doesn't have anywhere. Oh, Mid South, yeah, Mid South. I forgot. I looked at the Mid South because we don't have to pay anybody in the Mid South. That was what I was doing. I was like, I was trying to look and see what we could pick up with not having to pay a bunch of travel. And Jory Gargano's here. I saw that last episode, like when I was simming, and obviously Zillafatu. Gargano's like a grand. So there's like nothing that we could do unless we just like want a really good wrestler to put in there. But I'm gonna be honest, even if we bring like Gargano in like for like let's just say a special show, I really doubt he's gonna put in the numbers that like make a grand. And I could, maybe the end of the year show, if he's still sitting there inactive at the end of like the December thing, and we have like the end of the year type of show, maybe we'll bring him in and take a L to Kevin Knight and see what he brings in, just to see if it's even remotely something we should do. I can already tell you probably not, because I don't think at this point with only one popularity that there's anybody, even the $100 people that we have two people that are over $100. I think they're not even worth like necessarily having on our roster to a certain extent. I just want to have a little bit of something. This is for me more than anything. Like I said, we're doing the local to global, being a little loose with some of the rules and stuff because like we started with money, and I don't mind spending a little extra because I'm gonna be honest. I want to have progression, but I also want to have fun with it. I don't want to just like because I know how to do this. If you want me to do a legitimate local to global and you guys want to watch that, I would also be like fine to do that too because it's just a lot of grinding at that point. You're gonna put up just a lot of rotation of your roster, rotating people out and in that are not full time on your roster because like that's an easy thing. It's like you put them on those like 3 to 6 month contracts and have them lose and build up people, and then they get flushed out, and kind of like we're doing with Eric Hammer just on the side thing. But like, man, I'm fine with bringing Hammer back if he ends up doing that. But it's stuff like that where it's like, I don't know exactly who we want to bring in, but if it's for a couple months or for a couple things, I'm cool with that. And I feel like this sim is a little longer, so hopefully I'll just kind of get us to the next part of this thing. Okay, we got to Proving Grounds 4. Uh, this Nelson decided that he wanted to come and spend the night thing, so we gave him $80 to basically just take 2 L's. We'll see how well. Hopefully, he's not rusty. We started off with a triple threat mayhem match: Cody Chung versus Ice Williams versus Hoodfoot. Cody Chung picks up the victory here. Hoodfoot actually got up to a 36, so maybe he is not as bad as I thought he was. I was like thinking the other day, like when I said it earlier, I think that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. Also, we got the popularity point on the last thing, so this one actually we're going to be bringing some money in. I brought the ticket prices to normal. I figured we could use that little inflection of cash, especially if I feel like we're going to get Jory Gargano for one show next month. I'm still thinking that we're going to do that. I'll probably like offer him a contract soon for like 2 months, one appearance, and we'll just use him. So creative finish was a fail, but Nelson got a 35. Sean Legacy gets the win here, so that's good. Next up, he got a 38. Hey, for $80, a good night to come in here and take 2 L's. I'm kind of cool with that. Obviously, his momentum is probably going to be shot after this, but just coming in there and putting over Drake and Legacy, that's going to be great for our overall. And then Megan Bain with the title defense against Robbie. That makes title defense to 2. Kevin Knight was on a show tonight, so we couldn't use him, which honestly not the worst thing because gives him a little bit of time off. Let's see, let's give Cody a little bit of an attaboy. No, we gave him one last time. Let's look at other, maybe Jackson Drake. Only lost 802 because we did bring in a lot more money. So I do like that. I'm gonna be happy about that. And then we have, I think, just one more show. It's like the main show at the end of the month, which we're not gonna really have anything too crazy. It's called Crown of Fire. I have an idea of having a couple different things that we bring in here. I really kind of want like a Money in the Bank type thing going on. I guess we kind of what we do is like have it happen and then just kind of have it as like a match at some point. I don't know exactly what we could do, but I think we could probably figure it out. My booking has been poor. I mean, yeah, obviously we just had you come in here and book for twice and leave. Like, like you weren't gonna get any wins there. I mean, nothing against you or anything, but it was like, oh, Joey Gargano's already gone from here. I mean, I guess we could still look him up and see what is. Ooh, that is Joey. I think I have something on my search bar. Oh, it's Johnny. Why am I? That's why. I'm like, why? Why is this not working? And I'm like, that makes sense. He gets signed over. Now he lives in Japan. Never mind. Never mind at all. It's just like never mind. All right. There's like the touring contracts. I don't think I've ever tried one because I think that lets them move here and stuff. I think that makes it cheaper. Does that? Let me just check something. I want to see if it does. I don't think I've ever. She's in the Tri-States anyways. I want to bring her in. Didn't mean to accidentally sign somebody. I was trying to check this. Who else? I like her a lot. So negotiate. I don't know if there's. I don't know if there's a way to do a touring thing. I mean, there's that, but I don't know if that. I don't think that works the same way. We don't have any events set start of a tour. Okay. All right, I should look into that. That seems like that would be something that maybe we can get some new people in here. We'll fast forward a little bit. Yeah, like I said, we'll do Crown of Fire, and I don't know why I stopped and was reading all of that. That wasn't the greatest, but yeah, we'll do Crown of Fire, and we'll kind of go from there. Of like I'm really thinking that we're in that turning point that we need to like do something big for the end of the year show, and then I have a couple other small things, like I said, like a Money in the Bank contract would be cool. I also have like a couple different ideas for smaller PLEs that we could have some theming and stuff. I don't want to go too crazy the first year because like obviously everything that we're talking about costs more money, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. Like I kind of want to try to see a steel cage match at some point. I don't really know necessarily. I don't think that obviously it doesn't cost you any more money, and I don't know if it really changes much of anything, but I kind of want to, explore some of those extra matches that you see and see if there's anything there that we could find that could really help us kind of take that next step and like maybe base PLEs around it, like like TLC, Hell in a Cell like had. Maybe we could do something like that. I know like a submissions match is does help on some of their like stats and stuff, but I don't know if there's anything else that like fits that perfectly that you have to have. We get the signing here. So we'll go to the signing and then we'll go to the next thing. I don't think I should have made her a heel. I just realized that. Well, I'll go look at that and we'll get to Crown of Fire. All right, we got to Crown of Fire and we got 3 matches on the card. So we're going to start with the men's #1 contender match, which will be won by Jackson Drake, which is great. Um, Overall, everybody did pretty good. 39 overall. Ice Williams being the weak link and Cody Chung being the best. I think we definitely need to be investing in Cody Chung stocks when we go into December. After that, we have Megan Bain defeating HM coming in for the very first time. She's got a awful gimmick. That's fine. I think we have one more card to maybe fix that. Makes title defense to 3. They don't have a bad chemistry, so I'm probably going to run this as like a long-term storytelling rivalry because I want to see it, but hopefully they could get some chemistry into it. Then the final match, we brought in Austin Aries for a one night feud. They didn't have a good chemistry together. 47 overall, but Kevin Knight makes it out of the fence. Austin Aries was absolutely livid to lose to Kevin Knight, but I didn't really care. He might be mad. He might never come back, but he was expensive anyways, and I didn't mind not having him come back. It was just one of those things where I really wanted to see somebody new in here and get the title defense. $1,100 loss. That's okay. We're gonna have a little bit better of a year altogether because I think we didn't have multiple shows that didn't cost money. I still think I'm gonna go for December. We're gonna run a free show and just run that, and then I'm not gonna book our champions on that free show. I think that's kind of where I'm wanting to go with it. It'll give other people an opportunity to carry the show. Somebody like Kevin Chung, honestly, has been so Cody Chung. What is it, Kevin? Cody Chung has been so good that I feel the confidence that I could put him in the main event and carry the show to be at least over a 35. And maybe that's what we'll do. We'll have that, and we'll have a lot of the other people just kind of having small matches in this small free show. And if I could run the small free show and get the popularity up, then I won't have to feel that bad because I kind of do still want to be making some money. And we got, you know, it's that balance of like making money and having popularity. And when I say making money, it's just getting less of red money taken away from us because eventually we're going to lose that little bit of a nest egg we had, and then the morale is going to get a little bit dicier backstage. And I'm trying to keep everybody happy and all that. I'm thinking about maybe giving our two champions a little bit of a bonus. It doesn't do much, but it could possibly just make them happier. And maybe when morale starts to get a little bit worse, that's when we'll do it. I just kind of want to hold everything together. I kind of have like a vision coming together of like where I want certain champions and certain things to do. So I can kind of see it now. Apollo Cruz is going to be a free agent. $700 is not going to be it for me. I was like, if it's lower, I would be fine with that. I would take a shot. Kevin Knight extended on two other deals. That's fine as long as it's not exclusive. We're perfectly good. We're at the end of the month. We lost 3,000 this month, which is less than what we did last month. So that one show that we were able to pay for basically doubled all ticket sales. So that's why I kind of want to do it, but I also want the popularity to go up. So I'm kind of thinking if I run three shows that I get paid for and one completely free, hopefully that's enough popularity points to push us over. Because if that's the case, if you look at that, we could be making $1,200, which would be a lot less, and we could do a little bit of dicier things. Because I did spend some money on Austin Aries. That was an extra 240 that I put on the fan, and then I'm pretty sure I brought in Nilsson. That was $80. So I spent an extra 300 on workers that I didn't need to spend. And if I really make those free shows as cheap as possible, because I only need what 3 matches, maybe 4 matches, I'll probably try to make them do double duty on some of the bottom of the roster. I think it will end up being great. I might sign like one more person super cheap if I can, and I think that would be the strategy going forward. We got proving grounds going up soon. Um, Kevin Knight's not going to be there. I don't think that's necessarily the worst. We'll have this one here. We have this event, which I have to rename, and then another one. So this one's already kind of expensive because we have free shows this month anyways. So if we get a free show, maybe around this Monday the 9th, I could do Thursday the 12th, maybe Monday the 9th. I'll do the free show here. We'll see what happens, and then on that next episode, we'll see if that free show gets us the popularity point, and then if we get towards the end of the month and we're not getting it, we'll make this show free, which won't be ideal, but I'm kind of thinking that's our best case scenario. If we look at our shows so far, the last one was our best show yet. I think we've done consistent numbers. I'm good with over 35. If we keep it over 35, going into that 40 range, I'm going to be happy because some of the stuff is just not going to work. If anybody is just having a bad day, it's going to immediately put us in a really bad spot. And maybe there's some stuff that we can work on. We obviously got the one storyline. I want to get the second storyline going with Megan Bain. So we could have both of them kind of feuding. Maybe start one of the guys. I kind of like long-term storytelling of like having these people get an ability to go after them, but like Cody Chung's our face, so I kind of want to find him like a heel to go after. I'm thinking like him and Eric Hammer should have a match. And if they have a decent chemistry or not a negative chemistry, I might build onto that being something where they're facing each other in tag matches and then a couple one-on-ones and then having a payoff. I don't know how much it does increase the fame. I know certain products have a higher fame, and maybe when I look at our product, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to double check, and then by the next episode, we'll figure it out. But until next time, it's been Japan. If you like this type of thing, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.